Hey YouTube, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be of the Fox Wolf wireless charger. This is going to take the place of the charger, or basically the, the cradle unit that I have for my phone right here. So basically, the reason why I'm getting this, not only because it's a wireless charger, but whenever I would get this phone and plug it into this cradle here, I have an up and down volume here. And what ends up happening is this portion of this particular cradle pushes the button down. So it lowers the volume. So when I'm on my headset, trying to listen to music or talk on the phone, I can't. And the reason why this phone was set up this way was because I had a plug right here that would charge it, because this one does have a USB connection down here. So that's why I wanted to get that. So what I had originally was this. This is actually the second one. So there's two things. One, it would go in here and then I would plug it like this. It would charge it and I would ride, but I had the volume issue. So what I'd have to do is pull this down, push it out a little bit so that it's away from the lowered button, and then it would charge the phone. But then when I'm riding, what ends up happening is I get a lot of shake and it starts doing this and coming out. So I didn't want that to happen. So now I figured the wireless charger would be a cheap alternative solution to do it. Now you might be asking, well, why don't I just get this and hang this way, put it this way, so then everything, so then it doesn't mess with the buttons. And that's right, it doesn't mess with the buttons, but I can't charge it. And if I route a USB cable from here, from the navigation mount, underneath it, up through here, I'm still left with this problem where I have a little gap of an opening and it's gonna push out. So, wireless charging's cool. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get the Fox Wolf wireless charger and put it into the cradle navigation mount. So from what they say is that it'll work with all the BMW motorcycles that have the navigation, as this is specific for the navigation portion of the cradle. If you look at the back piece, this is the mount that it's going to connect to, delivering the current and then charging the phone. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the old one. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use my trusty key there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just unlock this, and I'm going to pull this button out, and oh, there it is. You push this button that way. So this unlocks it. You'll see there's a little mechanism in here. Like if I do this, you see how the key's turning, and there's a little thing right there. That's what's locking it in place. So if I push this down, it loosens it, and then I can get this, pull it back, and then all I do is push that in, and there's these little portions that stick right into, let's see, I guess somewhere up here, or right here, right into there. So I'm gonna remove that. So now what I'm gonna do is put, this one in. So if you notice here on the navigation mount, you see that right there? That's gonna line up with this portion here. And then I'm gonna push this button in, which is going to push these up, these little connectors in. And then I'm gonna, oh, let's try it. Let me go into here so I can feel that part. And then I'm gonna push this in. Make sure it's all the way in, and then I'm gonna pull, I'm actually gonna lock this. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be easy, but, you know. Let's see here. Let me remove that real quick. Let me see what's going on. Alright. Move that back. Let's try this again. push that. Okay, I can feel a little grab there. Let's pull this. There it might be. Interesting. And we can move it back. Okay, so that pulled it out. So let's try this again. Supposedly this is supposed to fit, so let's see what it does. I'm gonna pull it back. As a point of interest, the other ones, or like the one that I just had, you just pull it in like this, and you push down and it snaps into place. And that's what I'm trying to do with this one, but doesn't seem to be working. Let's try that again. Okay, I heard something like a little snap. So let me see this part. Okay, I think it worked. So I felt like a little tiny click in here, showing that it kind of grabbed that little insert. And then I push the button that's on this side and I push it forward till it locks this in place. So let me try to move it out. Nope, it looks good. So here's another key, is that when you come around here and you see this little red button here, what this does is this, when I pull it down, this should be locked into place and this should not fall out. Okay, that's a good sign. So now I'm gonna get the phone. Here's my trusty phone. Yeah, check out my RSV4 one of these days. But I'm gonna get my phone and I'm gonna put it in with the volume up, volume down. With this cradle, I don't have to do it. It doesn't matter since I'm not plugging anything in, but I just want to see what it's gonna do. What I noticed on here though, is that there's kind of like a little groove in here. So I don't think it's gonna push against the volume, but let's see what it does. There we go. And if I'm looking at my volume, no, I think that's okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to start it up, or basically just turn it on, and then this should be charging automatically. Let's see what this does. I hit the button, and let's wait for it. Start it up. Wow, check that out, it's charging. There it goes. So it is working, so far so good. I'm happy with it. Let me see, low fuel, yeah, I need, and of course I only have 25 miles left of fuel, but let's get rid of that. Okay, so it works. It was pretty much an easy installation. The reason why it might have taken me a little bit longer, because maybe I had some dirt and stuff in there, maybe from riding, I don't know. I don't think everybody's gonna experience that same issue, but this is just so you know how the Fox wireless charging unit works. And I'm happy it is charging my phone, so that is really good news. And then of course, when I'm done with it, I'll just, pull this down. It looks like it has a little portion here where I can grip it, and then I'll pull it down, push it out. There we go. It feels really sturdy. Now you notice there's some rubber little portions on the platform here, and those rubber pieces, they'll push against the wall on here, and down here I can feel something down there too. So it'll make it a little bit more sturdy. So if I pull this down and push it in all the way there it goes, look at that, charge it up again, cool. So, and of course it's the other way too. So far so good. Now if I get this, it is really, yeah, it's really sturdy. So it's not sliding out. It seems to be really tight in there. This phone is an iPhone 11. Is this an 11? iPhone? Oh, iPhone. This phone is an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So it's a pretty large phone. The case that I have, it's a thin case. I did have thicker cases for it, but I really don't need that. So I was happy with the thinner, lighter case. So obviously if you got a thicker case, it may or may not fit, I don't know. But it's a thin case that's on here. It seems to be doing a pretty good job. So I like that. I can't wait to ride. So when I go out in the morning, I'm gonna test it out, obviously, see if it rides, if it's nice and sturdy. Regarding BMW Connect, I haven't really used that app because I found that there were some issues with the headset, but that was probably about 6 months ago, and then I just got used to not using the BMW Connect app. So maybe I'll try it and see how well it works, charging the phone, and then of course connecting to the motorcycle itself along with the headset. And yeah, I think everything else on this looks good. So like I said, so far so good. I'm happy with it. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. And again, thank you for watching the video, and please subscribe. Take care.